Hey guys, what's going on? It's Isaac here, and today we're going to be doing episode 4 of Down the Road, where we pretty much talk about all the generations of a certain product line, and yeah. So today we are going to be going down the road of the Samsung Galaxy S devices. So let's get started. So the Samsung Galaxy S has been out since 2010, and it's evolved like pretty much every generation. It's gone crazy. So yeah, so the original Samsung Galaxy S was released on June 4th of 2010, and it came in 4 different versions. There was the Samsung Fascinate, which was the Verizon version. There was the Samsung Captivate, which was the AT&T version. There was the Epic, which was the Sprint version, and it was the first one with 4G, and then there was the Vibrant, which was the T-Mobile version. And personally, I don't see that big of a difference between the Fascinate and the Vibrant. The Captivate I think is the most unique looking one and probably the best looking one. And I think that the Epic wasn't that great of a design. I don't know why the Epic was the only one with like a keyboard. But anyways, and then a year later we get the Galaxy S2. So the S2 was released on May 2nd of 2011, and it definitely had a few more things that the original S didn't have. Like, it added a bigger screen from 4 inches to 4.5 inches, and it wasn't available on Verizon anymore. It was only available on AT&T, T-Mobile, and Sprint. It was most popular on Sprint, but yeah, and then year later we get the Galaxy S3. So the S3 adds some more things that the S2 didn't have. The S3 was released on May 29th of 2012, and it added some new things. It added the new Samsung Beam feature. It also added a even bigger screen from 4.5 inches to 4.8 inches, and it came back and it was reintroduced on Verizon. It had full 4G full around. I don't know. It might have been on the S2. I'm not sure. And it also added had the more water-ish theme compared to the S2, which was interesting. And then about a year later we get the Galaxy S4. So the S4 was released on April 27th of 2013. And it added a few things. It added a better camera from 8 megapixels to 13 megapixels. It also added a 5-inch display, compared to 4.8 on the S3. And I actually have an S4 right here, as you can tell. Yeah, it's pretty. It's a Galaxy S4, let's just say. And it also was a little bit faster, although it's not that fast today. Snapdragon 600, which wasn't that great. But yeah, and then a little less than a year later, we get the Galaxy S5. So the S5 was released on April 11th of 2014, and that was actually my birthday, so that's kind of interesting. And yeah, and then the S5 added a few things that the S4 didn't have, like the IP67 waterproof rating, as well as the fingerprint sensor. And a slightly bigger screen from 5 inches to 5.1 inches, but you can't really tell much of a difference. And it was criticized for the Band-Aid back look from the S5, which was interesting. And then year later we get the Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge. So the S6 was released on April 10th of 2015, and it was the first more premium-ish device in the Galaxy S lineup. It added an all-glass and metal design instead of like plastic on the back, which was nice. It also added it also took away the IP67 from the Galaxy S5. But the Galaxy S6 was the standard model, had the same 5.1-inch display. However, the S6 Edge added the 5.1-inch curved display, so it had the edge screens on both sides, which is pretty cool. And I think the S6 was probably my favorite out of the whole Galaxy S lineup, because it was just, I don't know, the S6 was definitely a really good device. I really did enjoy it. And then a little And then, a little less than a year later, we get the Galaxy S7 and the Galaxy S7 Edge. So the Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge added a few things that the S6 and even the S5 didn't have. It added IP68, which it added IP68 waterproofing, which the Galaxy S6 had no waterproofing at all, and the S5 only had IP67, so it could go deeper in water. You could also use it underwater, which is pretty cool. You didn't have to have some kind of like protector, like a life case or anything, to use it. And it also added the new 12 megapixel camera, and the S6 and the S7 Edge compared to the S6 Edge added a bigger screen from 5.1 to 5.5 inches. So yeah, and it also added some new Edge features like People Edge and a lot of new features for the Edge screen, which is pretty nice. And yeah. And then now we arrive at the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, dominated by huge screens. The S8 compared to the S8 compared to the S7 the S7 had a 5.1 inch display. The S8 has a 5.8 inch display. The S8 Plus compared to the S7 Edge, the S7 Edge has a 5.5 inch display. The S8 Plus has a 6.2 inch display. Like, bruh. And the S8 and S8 Plus were released on April 21st of 2017, and they're kind of phones. They upgraded a lot of things. They didn't upgrade the camera at all besides software, but it's a great camera. Like, it's a really great camera, even though it is getting a little bit old at this point. And it also added a few new features like Bixby, which is Samsung's voice assistant, which I don't really care for. And it also added the new DeX feature, which is like Windows Continuum, where you can pretty much drop your phone on a dock and it just becomes a computer, sort of ish. It's kind of like running Windows with Android, so that's pretty cool. But it's actually full Android on the desktop, which I think DeX is actually a pretty cool feature. And it also adds the Android 7.0 Nougat, and it keeps IP67 waterproofing. It also adds USB-C compared to micro USB before, and it adds the fingerprint sensor on a idiotic location compared to a actually decent location. Yeah, why would you put the fingerprint sensor right next to the camera? Stupid. But yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Comment your favorite Samsung Galaxy S device. My favorite's the S6, but yeah, you all have different opinions, but yeah. So yeah, comment them down below, and yeah, subscribe to the channel for more down the road videos, and also for more videos of other things. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.